A man was driving home after a long day of work. He was tired, hungry, and just wanted to get to his warm bed. But unfortunately, he had to stop at a red light. And when the light turned green, he didn't notice a black car that pulled up beside him. The driver of the other car started shooting at him. Luckily, the man had a gun too, and he shot back. Both cars sped away. When the police finally caught up with the man, they found out that he wasn't the person they were looking for. They had the wrong guy. But why were they looking for this man in the first place? You'll find out soon enough. The man drove as fast as he could, but he knew that if they had a GPS tracker on him, then he wouldn't be able to shake them off. He pulled over and parked in a random supermarket. He had to hide somewhere. He couldn't let them find him. But before he could even think of a plan, a woman came up to him and asked if he was okay. She told him that she saw the whole thing and that no one was outside. He was safe. She led him to an employee's bathroom where he could hide. Meanwhile, the police were looking for the man in the wrong place. They didn't even check the security cameras. If they had, they would have seen that the man had pulled into a supermarket. But they continued to look for him for another hour until they finally found the black car abandoned. The man stayed in the bathroom for a while until the coast was clear. When he went outside, he noticed that there were two men standing by their car looking for him. He quickly hid behind a bush. He knew that they had seen him. Now it was a cat and mouse game. The two men walked past him without noticing him. When they got into the car and drove off, he made a run for it. He had to get as far away from here as possible. Meanwhile, the police were still looking for him. They had no idea that he had already been in a shootout with them. They didn't know that he had managed to escape. He ran to a nearby subway station and took the train home. He didn't tell anyone about what had happened because he didn't want to get anyone involved. The next morning, he woke up and checked his phone. It was blowing up. He had missed calls from an unknown number. He decided to call back, and the person on the other end asked him if he was the person they were looking for. He was scared, but he knew that he had to play it cool. He asked, "Who is this?" The person on the other end said, "We need to talk." The man replied, "No, I think you have the wrong number." And with that, he hung up the phone. But this was just the beginning. This is part 1. To find out what happens in part 2, stay tuned.